All right, guys, so hey, welcome back, and we're going to jump straight into it. Episode 1, we traveled out to Georgetown, and we had a great time out at St. Vincent Distillers Limited. I gotta say, for the first episode, they really set the bar high. As soon as you stepped through that gate, you felt the sense of professionalism. The grass didn't even need cutting, but there was somebody out there with a lawnmower, and you just knew that this day is gonna be one of precision. It's gonna be really clean, and we're gonna be making a quality product. Clocking in from 8 o'clock in the morning, we met with Mr. Child, who told us exactly what we're gonna be doing. He said, hey, today we're not gonna be making the actual rum, but we're gonna be showing you the process from out of the pipe, the dispenser, into the bottle, capping it, and of course the hardest part, which was boxing it. If you've never seen a piece of tape like the one that I had to encounter out at St. Vincent Distillers, I'm telling you, it was different, all right? Stepping into the bottling plant, you kind of got an idea of what you're gonna be getting. You're gonna be getting precision, you're gonna be getting that rhythmic kind of assembly line feeling from the machinery that was going on. It was just a constant clink, clang, clink, clang. The rhythm was like music to my ears. As the rum was coming down out of the machine, it's going to the bottle. It's very, very precise as to how much is in each bottle so that nobody gets robbed of the little bit that they paid for, right? Everybody's getting the same amount, the same 750 milliliters right across the board. From there, it went into the capping. And I don't know, that for me was maybe the biggest surprise. It is sealing it just in a choo, and we're done. From the moment you step into the plant, or you go into admin, or you go into the sugar storage, the molasses storage at the St. Vincent Distillers, you knew this was gonna be an award-winning, or you see why this is an award-winning distillery. They do things properly. When they say aged rum, they mean they're putting it in the barrel to make sure that that taste is right, in the right temperature, the right storage facility, and they don't touch it. They let it sleep and let it rest until it's perfect. You've got the Sparrow, which is 5 years, and then the world-renowned Captain Bligh, which ages for 8 years right out in Georgetown. So as you can see, St. Vincent Distillers is something that we can all be proud of as Vincentians. If you're interested in maybe going on a rum tour, it's easy. Just give them a little call and you can book yourself an appointment. Or maybe you're so interested in the St. Vincent Distillers that you feel, man, this is somewhere that I can work. Well, I can tell you there's a nice little incentive every fortnight. You get half a gallon of rum. So if that's not enough, I can tell you, at least you know that you're working towards top shelf quality. All right, so we're gonna step out, pay some bills, and we'll be right back. But don't touch that dial, because up next, we're gonna into the bush with forestry.
Let's face it, things don't always go according to plan. Sometimes things go wrong, and sometimes things break. So whether you're a beginner or a pro, Gibson's Building Supplies has what you need. So it doesn't matter if it's heavy hardware or light hardware. We've got it all. So whether you can or you can't, we've got something you need. So come on in to Gibson's Building Supplies today.
Centel Insurance Company. We're here to insure you and your property.
Be secure with Centel Insurance Company Limited. We are insured through Lloyd's of London and provide coverage for motor vehicles, commercial fire, personal, work-related, cash in transit, marine, travel, household insurance, and much more. We are located in the Centel Business Center, Grenville Street. Or for further information, call us at 457-1227 or fax us at 456-2374.
Centel Insurance Company, with excellent service for everybody.
Be a winner. Go up to 10 kilometers further with Solve.
Okay, welcome back. I hope you're not sleeping, because at forestry, depending on what you're doing, you could be up out of your bed from 4 o'clock in the morning, about to head out on a patrol and making sure that, you know, things are the way that they're supposed to be, just to make sure that everything else falls into place. I gotta say, this one, I was anticipating it to be the most work, the most sweat, the climbing. I'm gonna feel it all in my body when we're done. And guess what? I was not disappointed. They did exactly that. If a forestry officer goes up into the hills or wherever it is and they see something out of the way and they feel, man, we need to address this person who might be participating in deforestation, or maybe the inappropriate disposal of garbage, they have the power to arrest you. Did you know that? I didn't know that for sure. So make sure you're on the right side of the law as it relates to forestry, because they won't hesitate. Maybe they'll give you a one-off warning, but don't give them the chance, right? If you're a lover of nature and animals and birds, the aviary wildlife that we have, our own Amazonian gildingi, if you only see them in a cage, maybe forestry might be the place for you to work if you want to see them every day, or at least pretty often. We went up to Jennings and I couldn't believe the number of Amazonian gildingis we saw. They were out, they were flying in their pairs, they were making a bunch of noise. I thought, well, this is the most fantastic thing I've ever seen. If you feel a lot closer to nature, you get to count or at least make a little estimate of how many parrots you think are out there in that particular area. You get to draw out the entire landscape of the surroundings. It's a lot of work, but I gotta say it was really, really, really satisfying. In addition to all of that, what really caught my attention is the importance that forestry plays in monitoring the rivers, the watersheds. We took a little trip at the Connery River mouth and we tested the water, the velocity of the river coming down, the level that it was at. And all of this information is used as data collection to properly prepare for disasters or even just the general safety of the use of the river. All right, guys, so that was forestry. You can keep your water boots on, because after this break, we're gonna be heading out to Terry's Butchering.
I bet they know as soon as we walk in. Shut up. I'm wearing Cuban links. Designer. The woods.
So you're telling me magic is like the other stations? You can't get it when you're in certain areas?
No, honey. Just switch to 91.5. Why do you think that they have two frequencies? And they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jacking. Keep up. Players only. Come on. 24 karat magic in the air.
Okay, so we're back and we're heading up to Daphne and we're about to, I mean, all I gotta say is if your stomach weak, it's not the job for you, but I'm gonna show you exactly what it is that happens, okay? We're heading up to Terry's Butchering. No time for rest right now. The rest is only for the animal. And I don't think that's the kind of rest you want to take. So we went up to Terry's and I gotta say, from the week leading up to this episode, I wasn't ready. And then the night before I convinced myself, you know what, you could do this. And then I got to the abattoir and I still wasn't ready. So I gotta tell you, if you don't have the guts for it, don't take out animal guts. It's guts for guts. Don't do it. But it was fun. It was definitely an experience. And it's a lot of work. I didn't think from pasture to plate. my meat had to go through all of this, but it was worth it in the end. It's a job that somebody has to do. It's a dirty job, and it's got a really big place in our society. All right, so there were bits of this episode that we knew that might be a little too much for the general public, but I'll just give you a little idea as to what happened. Going into the abattoir, it's from the very moment you step in, the point of it is to get this done as humanely as possible. We selected the goats, we selected the cattle, you let them rest for a period of time. Reason for that is so that it's not all worked up, so that the muscle as well would be nice and tender. There's a lot of thought goes into every single step of the process. We dealt with the goats first, the mutton, and stringing it up, you start to feel a little bit for the animal, but then because it all happens so swiftly and as humanely as possible, it kind of goes away very quickly after that. So you string it up, you sever the throat, and you just let it drain. The next step is the skinning, which takes a bit of precision. You gotta know where on the ankle and whatnot you're gonna be separating the skin, and then you use a very sharp knife. It's constant sharpening, making sure that it's a very clean cut, because presentation was very, very, very important at Terry's Butchering. With the cattle, it's a very technical experience. The process is you stunt or you drop the cattle to ensure that it no longer feels pain. It no longer has the sensation to move as well, so that the rest of the process is very swift and very humane, ultimately. So there's a little thing at the back of its neck where you can sever the spinal cord from the rest of the nervous system. And if you don't know, your nervous system is how you feel, right? Happens the same thing in our situation. You might find somebody has their spine damaged, and then they no longer have feeling in their legs or their arms, God forbid. But it's the same concept. So you drop the cow, it no longer feels, it doesn't make any more noise, and then you cut it, you drain it of its blood, and it's the same process. You skin it, you take out whatever is utilized from the cattle, which is basically everything, and you do your cleaning process. And that's how you process the cattle as well. Very dirty work, but it has to be done. All right, well, this was the third and fourth type of animal I've ever killed. The first two was a housefly and a mosquito, so it was a pretty big step up. I graduated from kindergarten to university, basically, right? And the experience is strange, because you get that feeling of, well, you feel sorry for the animal, but then the end product is so satisfying when you see it. When Eric mentioned that, you know, when you see someone having a cookout, and, you know, maybe you contributed to having that mutton or that whatever meat it is inside of the pot, and you see people having a great time, and you know, but when you look in the supermarket or down at the butcher shop itself, you see a nice clean cut meat, and you're like, wow, I helped to produce that. You get over it, or at least it becomes a little easier to accept killing the animal. But it's definitely not for everybody. It's warm, the blood, that is. And if you're squeamish, I wouldn't recommend it as a day-to-day job, but maybe it's something that you want to try. You're going on a cookout. I want to try killing my own goat. I want to be part of the whole process. You can take it up to Terry's, and I'm sure they will let you, they'll facilitate you, right? So you gotta pick and choose to kill or be killed. That was a day in the life of a butcher.
Let's face it, things don't always go according to plan. Sometimes things go wrong, and sometimes things break. So whether you're a beginner or a pro, Gibson's Building Supplies has what you need. So it doesn't matter if it's heavy hardware or light hardware. we've got it all. So whether you can or you can't, we've got something you need. So come on in to Gibson's Building Supplies today.
Centel Insurance Company. We're here to insure you and your property.
Be secure with Centel Insurance Company Limited. We are insured through Lloyds of London and provide coverage for motor vehicles, commercial fire, personal, work-related, cash in transit, marine, travel, household insurance, and much more. We are located in the Centel Business Centre, Grenville Street. Or for further information, call us at 457-1227 or fax us at 456-2374.
Centel Insurance Company, with excellent service for everybody.
Be a winner. Go up to 10 kilometers further with Salt.
So lots of you would know Terry's Butchering. They've been around for years upon years. It's a family-owned business, and family is very much important to them. Eric, the son of Terry, is very heavily involved. Although he's a teacher, he hardly ever misses the Wednesday and Sunday nights, I think it was, that they come out and they slaughter the animals at the abattoir. He really gave us a very in-depth look at the entire process. You could feel the teacher in him, right? So I think I did a pretty decent job as a butcher for a day. Something I did not expect was the use of laffy. Laffy is the large copper along with the other two pieces of copper that are used to boil and, I guess, steam the meat to ensure that, one, it's clean, it's easy to take off the fiber, the hair. It would also help the meat to slide off the bone where it needs to be slid off the bone. It helps to boil the tripe as well to make sure that it's nice and clean and white when you're taking off the little brown parts on the inside and all the dirty jobs and all of that. So I didn't think there was going to be so much heat. I had blood, sweat, and tears. The smoke was killing me, but I got through it, and it was definitely worth it in the end. Alright, so as you may have noticed, a lot of water is used throughout the entire process of butchering. That's to make sure that cleanliness and the presentation are kept at a very, very, very high standard. And in addition to that, before any piece of meat is sold from Terry's, it has to be inspected by the Ministry of Health to make sure that whatever leaves the shop and into your bags, into your home, is clean and ready for consumption. Alright guys, so that's it for Terry's Butchering. The goat has been cooked and we're about to head to Diamond to check out what's happening out at Finishing and Furnishing with OT. Alright guys, so we're heading into a staple of Vincentian society. We're heading out to OT, Finishing and Furnishing's factory. We're gonna see exactly how the furniture is made. We're gonna get a little insight as to what inspired him to become what he is now. I gotta say, the story of, as a teenager, building your mama house because you don't want to see your mom suffer ever again is just a great way to start any success story, right? And from there, he started to make furniture, he started to do little jobs and whatnot, and then it just grew and grew into a little shop on the side, and then it became a little storeroom, and then a factory, and now he's producing high quality and lots of it for the entire nation. On the factory floor, everything is very well organized. In this section, you've got the guys who are cutting the wood into the different lengths and breadth that it needs to be in. Then you've got over here that's doing sanding. Then you got over here that's doing the little carving, making sure it has the little designs that it needs. Then the one that does the hole. It's all very departmentalized and everybody knows their job. Every department is helped by a state-of-the-art piece of machinery that helps to make the job easier, more efficient, and ultimately quicker. If it was one thing that was clearly noticeable out at Finishing and Furnishing, they're very family oriented. They want people who are passionate about this industry. As OT himself pointed out, if you don't love it, you can't make it. They put you in sanding first. If you don't survive sanding, which is the making sure that it's nice and smooth and that you like the quality of the furniture that comes out, you're not gonna make it in the long term. As a matter of fact, he himself has started over. He spent 3 years recently from the age of 70 as an apprentice, and now he's been promoted to floor manager. And he does it all for free. So as you can see from the very beginning to the end of the process, your furniture is coming out made by people who are passionate and who have an eye for the quality that you are gonna want in your living room, in your kitchen, in your bedroom, whatever it is. Finishing and Furnishing is all about furniture in here.
Let's face it, things don't always go according to plan. Sometimes things go wrong, and sometimes things break. So whether you're a beginner or a pro, Gibson's Building Supplies has what you need. So it doesn't matter if it's heavy hardware or light hardware, we've got it all. So whether you can or you can't, we've got something you need. So come on in to Gibson's Building Supplies today.
Centel Insurance Company. We're here to insure you and your property.
Be secure with Centel Insurance Company Limited. We are insured through Lloyds of London and provide coverage for motor vehicles, commercial fire, personal, work-related, cash in transit, marine, travel, household insurance, and much more. We are located in the Centel Business Center, Grenville Street. Or for further information, call us at 457-1227 or fax us at 456-2374.
Centel Insurance Company, with excellent service for everybody.
Be a winner. Go up to 10 kilometers further with Solve.
All right, so without any further ado, I want to say some special thanks going out to Miss Philippa Graves for allowing us to come on to your distillery, and to Mr. D'Souza and Mr. Child for showing us around and showing us the ropes out at the St. Vincent Distillers. And to all the staff who helped us along the way as well. To our friends down at Forestry, I gotta say a special thank you to Mr. Providence, Mr. Richards, Mr. Latham, Mr. Harry, and Barry for showing us around and accommodating us for the entire day. And to all the other officers, rangers, admin staff, thank you. To everyone at Terry's Butchering, we gotta say thank you. And a special thank you to James for setting up the episode for us, to Eric for taking us through the entire process from morning to afternoon, and for Terry for also allowing us and accommodating us at the butcher stall. Thank you. To the family out at OT, gotta say a special thank you to Mr. Charles for setting us up, to Mr. John for giving us the tour, and the little man, OT, for accommodating us as well. All right, guys, so that is it. A day in the life of. Here ends another season. I hope you had fun. I hope you were at least inspired. And I hope that you'll catch us again next season. But we gotta say a special thank you to those who made it possible. To our sponsors, we love you. To the crew at SVG-TV, couldn't happen without you. And to you, the viewer, thank you for supporting us week in, week out. Can't wait to catch you again the next time.